Yep, yep, yep. Oh yeah. I gotta do my favorite.
Listen, you. Okay, what?
Yeah, no. Get it.
Listen, you.
Gone.
Okay, what?
Yes. This is Hood Talk, and this is Mr. Know It All, and it is time to get this thing started. Uh, I am here with Miss Bella.
Hello, everyone.
Miss Bella, won't you tell them what is the title of the show today?
Okay. The title for tonight is Do We Live Our Life According to What Society Expects? And are we pleasing people or ourselves? Good question.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Miss Kimberly in the house.
Hi, Miss Kimberly Petty Boo Belial. She's the young lady that make Mr. Know It All for Hood Talks t-shirts and apparel. She has included her information because she has other things, and I'm
Yes,
sure she will share with us what she has.
plenty of supplies. Time to get it going. Time to get it popping because we got a good show tonight.
I must agree. I must agree.
Is you ready? Is you ready to read? Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Hey, all I can say is you can see it, can't you see it good?
I can.
Okay. Well, come on then.
If you don't find yourself ever rebelling against anything in society, then there's a good chance you aren't thinking for yourself. So, we are here to talk about the things society says you need to do, but you really don't. You
Hmm.
know how they say everybody is influenced by society. We can't help it. We like to believe that we are free and autonomous individuals. But the truth is, parents, teachers,
Okay.
bosses, politicians, and religion figures play a huge role in the decisions we make and how we choose to live our lives.
Ain't that the truth?
And that is true.
Go ahead.
At an early age, we need guidance before we can learn how to live in the world on our own. Unfortunately, during this time, we can get a lot of ideas stuck in our head that aren't necessarily helpful or true.
Hmm.
It's important to question what we learn from society and what society expects from us. Like we said, parents, teachers, bosses, politicians, religion figures may have our best intentions at heart, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they know what is good for each one of us individually.
Right.
Ultimately, you have to decide yourself what your best path is, your path forward is. So, what does your version of happiness and success look like? Of course, the answer is different for everyone.
Yes. And we gonna get into it.
Let's
What is
do
the
it.
first one?
Number one, they say you have to go to college.
How many times you heard this BS?
A
I
lot of
have
people say,
to
yeah, you got
go.
to get a good education.
I
Well,
have to go get in debt. By the time you spend all your good 8 years in college, you could have made a $500,000.
yeah,
Okay.
but you have to have people that have that mindset of, what directions to tell you there are cheaper ways to get knowledge, skills, and ability other than paying for college. But a lot of people don't know that. We are taught by society. You grow up and you get a good education.
Yeah,
But
especially
in
late.
most jobs, you at least need a 12th grade education for them to even hire you.
Okay. What?
Kim, Kim says she's driving home while listening. Don't y'all say anything that'll make her run off the road. So she's talking to you, Mr. Know It All.
All right. Well, I give her 2 minutes to make it to the house before I start getting into the action. To our action, Jackson.
Okay, we say number one, you have to go to college. You know, of
And
course, some jobs you need a college education, such as being a doctor or a lawyer. But for most career paths in life, college degrees isn't required. The majority of job hunting depends on past work experience and referrals from people. Like, get hired from a job from knowing people. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That saying, right? So
right,
employees often care about more about your skills, work ethics, personality, and if you can get the job done, not your major or your GPA. So college isn't for everyone. For some people, it makes more sense to go to vocational school, technical school, or just jump right into the workforce after high school. And that's what you have now. You have a lot of children that jump right into work because
right,
their parents can't afford to send them off to college. And they're thinking, too, I don't want to go and get all these loans and can't handle it.
right. And then let me tell you something what people don't say all the time. People go to college, and how many of y'all are in the trade that you went to school for? Hardly none of y'all.
That's
Everybody
true.
make that first choice, and they be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do this," and I got a bachelor, masters, and scratcher wrestlers. And how many of y'all got a hair license and ain't in hair school no more because you forgot that you wasn't a people person? So don't nobody want you in their head because they can't even talk to you and have that conversation. Your hairstylist got to be your confidant. If your hairstylist is messy, then you gonna be messy. It rolls downhill, you know how that stuff. People get in your head, and then it just kind of drift into your soul a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that.
But look, just think about the beauticians that has a terrible attitude and they put you out their chair because you want your hair done a certain way. They can't deal with you. They don't have people skills.
Cheryl Green said that part. I'll tell you that. Uh-oh. I gotta go up some more on it. Ain't no
Yes,
ain't no something. Let me see. Where I'm at. That about right?
right there.
Okay.
Today, a bachelor's degree is so common that it hardly gives you any advantage in the marketplace.
Not at all.
Not to mention the financial debt that can
Didn't I just say
last
that?
a lifetime because you thought everyone needs to go to college, right?
Thank you. Thank you. Only people who want special type things need to go to college, like being a doctor, playing with my organs and stuff like that. Stuff. I'm just saying that nurses, doctors, everything else can be a trade school and stuff like that.
Yeah, it could. Like talk about the vocational schools that they offer that people don't know about.
And you know what I hate? I hate that everybody push college. And look, even if you just want to go to a trade school, guess what they'll do? They'll make you go to college and say you got to have all these English and stuff that don't mean nothing to you. Ain't
Yeah.
gonna help you nothing in your field. You got to
Hmm.
take all these courses and give this money to these courses just to take your other because it's BS. What you got to learn history for to learn how to weld? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just crazy. Well, we're gonna give you we're gonna give you what art, uh, typing, all this stuff, and and you sit up there, you want to be a mechanic. Man, I don't need all this stuff. Show me the tools and show me what to do. That's all you gotta do. All I need to know how to count is my ducats. My ducats, my ducats,
Ching
my
ching. Just know how to add it, huh?
that's all I need to count. See, then you get tired of folks trying to tell you what you need to be doing.
Yep. Okay, anecdotally, many of my friends currently have jobs and careers that has nothing to do with their college degrees. So
I, I,
anecdotally, meaning like it's like hearsay,
I
you
just
know?
said that. I
You just said.
just said that. Go ahead.
So one's a computer programmer who studied history, another's a software developer that studied music. So it doesn't take what your degree is, they just say they want the paper. So that's why jobs, there has been a thing put into place. Actually, President Trump, he put it into place that people cannot withhold you from a job, that your job experience can be as well as or as good as an education.
Right.
So if you have 4 years experience, that's your experience in your years. And sometimes it's better for the job because if you have a job in computer science or computer technology, a lot of times they'll look at your degree, but they say you don't have any experience. So what use is the degree? We can't be hired if the education wasn't experienced enough. So President Trump put it into action. He said that if you have the years of experience, it can replace any bachelor's, master, associate degree, whatever.
Okay, let
So
me answer.
thanks to him on that.
Can I answer Miss Petty Boo right quick?
Answer her.
She said, I have to know how to type to order supplies and do inventory and for business. Let me tell you how I learned how to type. On my cell phone,
But
I
hey,
can type and order anything I want for my business through my cell phone.
but that goes to say for a basic education.
And
Some people, if you at least get the basic education, that will be enough for you to, go into typing or learning how to type. That's as far as reading. You would be surprised how many people are illiterate
uh-oh.
that
Look,
hadn't learned how to
look
read.
what my boy Mr. Jackson said.
He said W.E. Du Bois and the versus Booker T. Washington. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he gonna get down to the nitty gritty.
That's what's up. Thank you, Gerald.
Yeah. That's what I be trying to say. Shoot, sometimes we just got to know what time it is.
Yep. College can be a great and valuable experience. But
Can
the myth that everyone needs to go to college just isn't true. Some of the most productive members of our society, like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Steve Jobs, were all college dropouts because they realized it wasn't for them.
right, and they became billionaires. They
Yeah.
said no college for me. I know how to make money.
Well, when you figure that thing out, you're able to do that. You have to have that mindset to go out and make this money. There are plenty
Right,
of things you can do, ideas you can come up. Now you can create web pages, apps,
right.
put it to action. If you have that mindset to be a boss, you can be a boss.
I agree.
So
I,
all these entrepreneurs, shouts out to you for even giving it a try.
mm,
While some jobs say they require some type of college degree, that has become a formality more than a reality, a symptom of our society's overevaluation of a college education.
right,
Not going to college can possibly make you stand out more from the competition. As long as you use that time productively, not just sitting at home and playing video games, an employee who
right,
sees you did a 3 month summer internship is going to be more impressed by that than someone with a 4 year degree with no work experience.
right.
College isn't for everyone. It may not be for you either, but that's up to you to decide. And that's what I did. I started doing college internships with the government. But
Yeah,
hey, I was kind of a little blessed a little bit with my college situation, but I started doing internships you know, with my job, and that's what helped me. So that works. There are ways around it.
And Miss Bella, can I read this next one?
You sure can.
You don't got to get married.
That's not what it says. Society says you have to get married.
Um, Go ahead.
Another common expectation in society is that we need to get married. Marriage is for some, and marriage, possibly isn't for some. So this is seen as normal and typical lifestyle in our culture. And individuals who choose not to get married are often viewed with bias and prejudice as they get older. Is that true?
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. And I don't see nothing wrong in what they just said, because people does that. What Miss Kimberly say?
She said it depends on what you're doing, but they took vocational classes out of the schools. Wrong thing to do. Which they did take it out of the school, but they do offer them off campus.
Yeah, because I took typing when I was in like the third, fourth grade. Don't nobody need to go typing all 17 years. I mean, what we go to high school for? Typing is for the lowest level of learning.
So
Typing.
you went to typing class in third and fourth grade?
Yeah, I think I'm like maybe 6.
Sixth grade?
Yeah, they had it way back then.
Oh, okay. I don't think I took
Yeah.
typing till
But see,
middle school.
we didn't even have computers when I was in school. They-
So what you type on?
they
A
had them-
typewriter?
no. They had a typewriter. They had that big old computer. You know that big old box computer? You don't even see them no more. That big old box look like a flow model TV. That's how what kind of computers we had.
That was a computer. Okay, you old.
Yeah, our computer had like five pieces to it.
Oh wow.
It had a piece on the floor, had a piece near the floor, had 3 pieces on the table, and your keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Oh.
You had to have money to have a computer back then. Only schools had it, and there was like 5 computers in the computer class, and everybody shared them. It was like 4 to a computer. Okay. These kids just don't know how good they got it now.
Yes, because they send them home with laptops.
A laptop. Man, I said, golly, they learned the stuff that it took us. Shoot, I ain't seen a laptop till 10 years out of school.
But they have taken manuscript from schools now, and children are not learning how to write in cursive.
And
They're not even learning how to sign their names in cursive anymore. Did you know that?
They don't have to. All they gotta do is print now.
They don't have to sign their names in cursive?
Oh yeah, we did that. Huh?
They don't have to sign their names in cursive. Well, a lot of things are digital now, but
Right,
I feel like somebody should know how to sign their name. And when people learn to
even-
just scribble,
Listen, only thing you need to do cursive for is when you signing your signature. That's the only thing you need to know cursive for.
that's what I'm saying. They don't teach them
I
how to
mean,
sign their names in cursive.
Have you ever seen somebody signature? Do it sound like they need work to do that?
Well, like I said, when they've learned that you can just scribble something on the paper and it's yours, so hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Everything is a setup.
As long as you ever seen a doctor that got the most education ever to anybody, he got a D in a long line somewhere.
He paid enough money into his job that he can do that.
I'm telling you, see, it's true. Everything is digital. Everything on your computer. Think about it. When you look at Facebook and everything, ain't nothing in cursive. Everything is print. Everything is printed out. Boom, boom. It might be in
like you say, it's a change in society.
Right.
Manuscript was just extra work in writing.
Look at you said chicken scratch. That's right. See,
I'm sure yours is chicken scratch.
cursing is just chicken scratch now because half people that were writing curses started doing it bad. They wasn't doing it right anyway. Teacher, we used to complain to us all the time. Like, what is this? What is this on your paper? What is this? And you be trying to tell them, no, that's a D right there. They be like, that is not a D. That is my D. That's how I write my D. Ain't that right though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you on there? You at the top? Where you at?
Right there. Kim says she worked in a pharmacy. She used to hate reading those hard copies. She couldn't see anything.
Right.
She didn't understand what was written. I feel you.
And that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, go ahead.
Back on this marriage thing, we know today that almost 50% of marriages end in divorce.
Woo!
We say why. Maybe because people feel pressure to settle down with a partner, especially once they reach a certain point in their lives. And this leads people to make a rash decision that they regret later. So today, marriage is seen as more of a legal and bureaucratical necessity rather than an act based on love or commitment. That's true. People get married to lower their taxes and to make it easier to buy a home. It becomes a practicality.
It becomes a business.
Yes, a business partner. That's what you got. To start, it's important to recognize that you can make a lifetime commitment to someone you love outside the scope of marriage. While marriage tends to symbolize everlasting love, it becomes less and less viewed this way. People don't love and people don't get married because they say, I love you. If that was the case, how many people be married because they said they love somebody?
No, these look, people get married, they be talking about security and securing the bag.
But I'm saying, like, if you get married,
I done heard women say, if you die, I don't get nothing. I mean, that's people get married to share wealth and stuff like that and don't lose stuff or I've been there long enough, and it's not because they really want to, it's because they feel like society say, well, you've been with this person this long, this is what you're supposed to do.
Well, if people want to secure a bag and marry somebody for that reason, and you marry that person, you get in there, you don't understand this person is mean, selfish. Is certain things you can do in the house with this person. Did you really want to live with this person for the rest of your life?
Right.
So it's more to it past the money. So people think he come in paying all the bills and everything like that. What goes with that?
And let me give you
all the bills. You can't go nowhere. He don't want to hang with nobody.
Let me give you another thing. What people don't understand now, families are different. Ladies are waiting longer to get married. They're not. A lot of ladies ain't getting locked down in their early 20s like back in the day. Back in the day, they 18, 19, they already married. Our grandmas were married at 14, 15. 18, 19, 20, that's when we should get married, when we can still bond with somebody. But if you wait and okay, now you 23, 24, you got 2 children, and now you just looking for somebody to help you raise your children. You looking for men for the wrong. I'm struggling. I mean, it's a whole different look. And then, like, if he get in their household with them, then all of a sudden he becomes, you not my daddy. He don't have no power. So that's why a lot of people end up in divorces, because the man coming there thinking he gonna have a certain level of power, and then when he realizes he don't have no power, she gonna do whatever she want to do anyway. And then even if you move in with her and she act like she gonna give you power because she make just as much or more than you, then she still don't want to listen to you on a certain level.
Well, that's why before you get married, these are things that need to be addressed.
It,
Like a lot of times the women have the house, the man move in with her. And if she feel like she can throw you out at any time, that wasn't a secure marriage anyway. These are things you have to think about when you decided to say I do. That's your house.
there are men right now. Men, if you decide to get married and you planning on moving in with her after you get married, you already divorced. Because a man that don't have his own ain't got nothing in a woman's eyes.
Oh wow.
A man need to have his own before he come even towards a woman. He don't have nothing to offer her. She becomes his mama if he just come in and move in her. All you did was move out your mama house and move into your new mama house. That's all you did. As a man, you need to have your own. And that's period. If you ain't got your own and if you're a man and you ain't struggling or you getting yourself together to have your own, if I'm gonna tell you what men mess up. If you smoking too much weed, doing too much other stuff, drinking, whatever, anything that's keeping you from having your own. If you become 40 and you don't own a car, you don't own a house, you done lost. If you ain't got a mortgage or something that's getting towards you owning something, you have lost.
Mm.
You can't get to 40 and not be on your way to owning stuff. So men, that's women that want to rent to they 60 and 70. Men, if you in an apartment and you in your 60s and 70s, you done lost. You missed the bag. You missed the bag.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We got some comments. Let's read out a comment. Go ahead. What she said?
She said, what if it was the other way around and he got kids? Answer that.
Well,
What if she moved in with him and he
okay.
has children?
I guess what? Men are disciplinarians. So when you move in with a man, he has control. I saw a dude walking I was walking the other day and I seen a dude walking his children. He had a pit bull and he had his three little girls in the front. All of them were holding their hands and they was walking and this and that. And he had total control. See, I see women walking their children, they all over like, the man, they this man, come over here. Sit, now, blah, blah, blah. That's how men do. Women, oh, come on, please, God, stop this. Oh, I'm gonna take you home. I ain't gonna buy you ice cream. I ain't gonna. Man, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't get yourself right. I'm just telling you.
Well,
Men,
it sounds funny, but that's true.
yeah.
A lot of times, what do we as women do? We tell the kids, hey, I'm gonna tell your dad. They get in line, because you're right.
What up, Robert in the hair? My boy said a real bank account. That's right. Not no fake bank account. You need to have a real bank account where you stacking real money. I say, not my mama. Yep. So I'm just saying, like men have to get themselves together. This is not nothing like a man that ain't taught to get himself together early. He didn't have the right role models. If you run around 40 and this and that and you ain't trying to get your life together, a man should have some kind of stable secure place where he can invite a woman in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women can see. Women think about this later on in life when they get 40 and this and that. That's when they get distracted and saying, "Ooh." Sometimes they be like, "Ooh, I need to get me a house. Ooh, I need to do this." But I'm gonna tell you, women, long as you stacking your money, you're gonna be all right. But men got to have a foundation. Men they got to be stable. Because men don't do like, see, women that move all over the world. You know, you got some men that'll do that. We call them hitchhikers, but but I mean, men have to be stable and have to have something to offer.
That's true. Okay, Rhonda said, what have she missed? Rhonda, we're here discussing tonight, for those that came in late, the subject tonight is, do we live our life according to what society expects? And are we pleasing people or ourselves? So we are here discussing that.
Right.
So our first thing we talked about was having an education. And we deemed it isn't necessary to just have an education to live your life.
Right.
And the next we said, now you have to be married. So we're just discussing that.
Right.
So back to the marriage, it's also important to recognize that marriage isn't necessarily a lifestyle that fits everyone's personality. Some people probably don't even need a spouse, because the spouse will probably leave them when they realize how obnoxious and crazy and nasty this person
She
is.
ain't even reading this.
Right.
Look, you just went all off the
Yes. Their lifestyle, once you get to live with this person
Hey,
and
look,
this
hey,
my
look,
forever. Oh Lord.
look. Some women don't realize that'd be the first time they done seen his toes for real. They be like,
Right. Did
hold
I
on,
never King Cole?
that joke got crocodile feet. I got a couple of my partners. I be like, man, how y'all had them feet around people? And then look, I hate to talk about my cuz. I be like, how do my cuz, as much as he like feet, that he don't take care of his own? I just don't understand this. I just don't understand somebody saying, "Oh, I love feet. Ooh, feet got to be pretty, and this and that and then that." Man, you don't take care of none of your toes. I be like, sandals are not made to you. That's why they made closed sandals. I'm just saying.
He don't cut his toenails; they curving up under his toes.
Look like he can climb up trees and stuff. Man, you look like a gremlin by the foot. I mean, I don't understand that.
Rhonda said, I know who he would leave me alone because 85% of the time I like being alone. Alone doing what?
How they say, just like Kurt, you know, hey, everybody was getting on Kurt. You know that dude Kurt on hip hop, Atlanta hip hop.
Oh yeah.
That's married to the rapper. They still together, kicking strong. Everybody been on them talking all that, man. I said, goddamn, Kirk done made it through everybody relationship. I mean, everybody been done. Kirk done been caught in bathtubs, hookahs, and every damn thing. Hot tubs, and Kirk still kicking.
But you know why? It take two strong people to withhold and withstand. They took their vows serious. And it's not just one side.
Yeah.
You know, it takes two to tangle for real.
I'm gonna tell you one more thing Kurt said too before he did it. Kurt said, I'm gonna tell you what Kurt said, man. All this stuff I'm finna do on this show, I'm doing it to secure the bag. We trying to get this bag secure. So don't you fuss, you this and that, but once them cameras cut off, baby, we back us now. Okay? I'm telling you, I bet you he gave her that talk. He said, look at me, baby. We've been married before, and we're going to be married after, and we're going to be married on down the line. Let me tell you something. Do not let this camera big your big head up. I'm the best man you're going to get. You need to stick with me. Stop the BS. Let's get it. Let's go get this bag. Look what he said. Kurt is the last man standing. I'm telling you now, everybody, Kurt was the bad guy, the super bad guy. Every man that went through 3-4 other women, Kurt with the same woman. and he ain't studying. And they were just, I seen them just the other day, holding hand, walking down the sidewalk. They were, hey, because Kurt, man, look, Kurt is her manager. He managed to get that money back up. He said, baby, I'm going to get our money back, right? Listen to me. I'm the manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. I'm gonna get this money back together, okay? Okay. Just follow my lead. Don't you scream for us, throw a fit. But once them cameras go off, we making love again. I don't want to hear
But still, even some of the things that transpired, it took a strong woman to endure the things that she had to deal with to even make her marriage work. She could have easily threw in the towel. And I guarantee you it had nothing just to do with money. It had to do with her as a person. If your mind isn't mature enough for forgiveness, you don't even need to say marriage or even
right.
relationship. There are going to be some things that you can forgive and forget. You know, because some people say, okay, I forgive you, but they don't let you forget nothing. They bring it up every time they get mad.
Did
So
she
that's
say,
not forgiving.
hold on, did she say, oh, you know what? You know what? I think she thinking about Kurt Franklin. We ain't talking about Kurt Franklin.
We
We
talking about
actually
Kirk from
we
Love and Hip Hop
from
Atlanta.
Love and Hip Hop. Because I just thought his son tried to put him on blast. Man, Kurt be done bust his son in the face. I'm telling you, this Kurt from Love and Hip Hop, he a manager, he a gangster. He ain't playing that. He ain't playing none of that.
Mm.
We talking about not Kurt Franklin. We talking about Kurt from Love and Hip Hop. Okay, so my bad. Because I was going to say, no. Kurt ain't playing. All right, let's finish off this marriage stuff so we can get to these kids.
Okay, let's say marriage is a goal for 95% of people.
Woo!
So you may be a part of the 5% who doesn't want to, and that's okay. Maybe you're polygamous, or maybe
Woo!
you just prefer freedom and solitude. You'll find many outside pressures wanting you to get married. Parents, friends, TV shows, movies, but it's ultimately up to you to decide if it makes sense to you. Picture yourself in the future and ask yourself what you really want. Because you know you get around older people, when you get married, when the
Right,
wedding.
right.
Then you have people
All
that's
the
asking
time.
you about getting married that's in a terrible relationship
Oh,
or
Lord.
married.
Right. People used to ask me to get married. They don't even sleep in the same bed together. Can you move back in the bedroom with your husband or whatever before you start telling me about getting married? Can you kiss your man more than Christmas and on his birthday?
Oh
Uh,
wow.
don't do me like that. Can you have sex with your man more than 3 times a year? Can you give him some special treatment more than just on his birthday and Christmas? Uh he don't even know what a lollipop look like.
Feels like,
Right.
not
I'm just
look
saying.
like.
I'm just saying. If you get married, and they should have a law. If you get married and your wife refused to give you what they call it head in 6 months, you ought to be able to file for divorce from irrecoverable what's
Irreconcilable differences.
the difference is 6 months. If she don't give it in 6 months, you should be able to divorce her because
So what if the man doesn't perform aura on the lady? Then what? Should she do the same thing? Is that the advice you're giving? It
no, I
goes
mean,
both ways.
yeah, it goes.
Licky lick it
No,
goes both ways.
but
Suck it goes both
but
ways.
listen. If she was suck it all to they got married and suck it a couple years into the marriage, then all of a sudden she said, "No more suck it." No. They said, "Do not start that you can't keep doing." So if that man is providing, and or he
Some men don't know how to sucky sucky, so they probably don't even need to do it.
My boy said, real talk. And look. What up? Michael Bailey in the house.
Oh, Mr. Bailey.
We
Some
talking to your
people
kind of stuff now. Hey, he said sometimes he said some people talk and say should be married when they the ones that the reason one of the reasons you're not. You're right. I'm telling you now, I be listening to the folks that, okay, how you divorced for 20 years trying to get other people married? I mean, these people ain't even married talking about you getting married. What's wrong with these folks around here? How you not married and you up here trying to get other people married? Man, get married first, then come back to me. Come back to me. Talk
and
to me
then what?
back into it. Huh?
And just like it said, you still make your own decision if marriage is
Right.
something.
But I mean, I want the people that's telling you to get married to be married. Don't not be married and tell other people. That's just like, oh, don't be a drug dealer and tell people to start selling drugs. That's stupid. Stupid. I got a knit 9-5, but I want you to go out and be streets. Or I mean, that's just stupid, man. Don't tell me to rob a bank and you ain't never robbed a bank. Man, go, man. I don't want to hear this mess. Shoot. Yeah, and then people, it'll be man, people that, oh, marriage is what you make it. Well, why you made yourself divorced? Get back married then before you tell somebody else to get married. That should be people who just even say get married just need to be thrown to the side a little bit. And if you ain't got no wife, keep marriage out your mouth. Stop telling people to do stuff that you ain't doing.
Mm.
You ain't happy in your marriage. Stop telling other people to get married.
I heard somebody say just yesterday, they were congratulating a lady. She was saying she had been married for 47 years. And so they was like, congratulations. And then the guy said, well, I've been out here single looking for 47 years. I'm like, you have not been looking. You just been having your good time.
I'm just saying, like, and then I'm gonna tell you another thing. If you very happy not being married, don't look at unhappy married people and want to be like them. Do not do this. Do not look at unhappy married people and say, you know what? Oh, that look like some kind of work that I'd like to do. No, don't do that. If stuff is working good, how you got it, keep it like it is.
No.
That's just like I'm gonna give you even a greater example. If you got a good job, stop trying to change job to see what the hell else out there. If you making $100,000 at your job, don't go and try to get a better job that make 110, and then the next thing you know, you be already on the market. They already be done chasing a 10 more thousand or 5 more thousand, you'll get in a situation that they traveling you all across the United States. You don't never have no time off. Yeah, you're putting in 80 hours a week. If you getting 40 hours and making good money and this and that, you able to sit back, play on the weekends, have fun, live your life, save money, all that good stuff. Stay the same. Stop it.
Look, just like he just said. You said live your life. He said there's too many women left behind. I have to keep them company.
Them FedEx and UPS packages. He dropping off them FedEx packages.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then men got to look at it this way. Women are almost impossible to make happy now.
In what
It's
state?
almost impossible because if it was easy, now I want y'all to listen to me, men. If it was this easy to make a woman happy, why would she change hairstyles every week? You ain't never seen a woman.
Well, what does her hairstyle have to do
No.
with you making her
Okay.
happy?
Guess what? Guess what? If a woman was happy, she wouldn't change cars, change hairstyles every week. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying.
goodness. Oh wow, that's just like not changing clothes.
Okay. Get no lie. Guess what? A man can. Let me tell you something.
Can
I
wear
watch.
the same thing every day
Hold
of the
on. Hold
week
on.
without
Hold
even
on.
washing it.
Oh
Yes,
no no
they
no no
can.
no 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 no. Not that. Look at this. We got a thing called the Boosie fade, right?
Okay.
How long Boosie had this fade?
As long as Boosie probably had
Thank
that.
you. Have you ever seen a woman with the same hairstyle that long?
Men go through the phases
No.
too. Just like they grow the
But
hair on their face, they want the goatee, line it up. They wear the hair bushy, they want to twist it up, then they want to
who?
put it low and add color.
What
Men
you
go
mean?
through
Who?
phases too. Men.
Add color. When you seen Boosie add color to this hair?
We're not talking about Boosie. I said other men. I
No, you
said
talk
other
about
men.
See, you could be talking about other men.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about straight men. Okay, how many hairstyles have you had this year? How
This
many
year,
different hairstyles have you had?
different hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. It was a fade. It just grew out a little more, and I faded, and faded, and faded, and faded, and I had to twist for. I had to twist all last year.
Okay. I said this year, just this year. How many
This year,
hairstyles have you had?
oh, just one haircut.
Just haircut?
Yep.
That's it.
No color, no
Okay.
perm,
But I'm just saying,
weave.
nothing about your hair. You have not lined it a certain way. You haven't shaped it on just the side,
Same line.
leave hair in the top.
I
You
had the
haven't
same
cut it
line,
all off or nothing like that.
same goat teeth. Now what happened is the different barbers do different stuff to your head. You be like, hold on, player. And that's what that is.
Okay.
Men have some of the same hair. Cause that's why we have hats.
Right. So we don't see your changes.
Women hats are their hair.
Mm.
they be they be having wigs. They hat.
Right.
That's
It's
what it
high
is.
for 'em, but hey,
All right, why? I'm gonna do it. I'm there.
he said 48 now.
Now
He
look at
said,
that.
he said Michael said he had the same hairstyle for the last 20 plus years.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Women in the jungle want stuff too.
I'm telling you that I can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you now, women are too hard to please.
But
Have you
that's the
ever
thing
seen
about
a
it. You cannot say that because a woman changed her hair that you have to please her.
guess
That's
what?
what she's doing for
Guess what?
herself.
Guess what? Guess what? The same
It's
listen.
not
This
for you to bring
hold
one
on.
a woman
Hold
just
on.
for happiness.
Listen. If I'd have had just like if you bow your head off. If I bow my head off, what's name? I could turn that into two hairstyles because you can bow your head off, then you can get your line, get your fade, whatever. Okay, a woman will bow her head off as soon as it grow back a little bit. She would shave half the side of it. She would color half of it, and this and that, and that's what then got into some of these kids that they raise these single parents where they dudes that feel like they got to put all these colors in their head and all that. I mean, that ain't nothing that a man, a grown man. I ain't never seen a grown man dye his son hair. Women be hip and dye their son hair. I dyed his hair the other day, and I'm telling you now, men. When I was growing up, that was a no-no. That was a no-no. When you dyed your hair, we knew you were going to jail. We knew you was jail bait. If you put the dye in your hair, you was either a member of a gang or you was going to jail soon because you gonna get pulled over and you gonna get harassed just for them looking at your head.
Mm.
And it's the same way today. When they see you with them wild things, just like that dude, we see that dude in the cut room with all that old tumbleweed on top of his head. He done killed his whole family. He done killed his girlfriend, his children, and everybody. It was like, and he up here defending himself, looking stupid.
They should have looked at his head and said, "Oh, he crazy."
But you can't. But if we go out here and we judge ladies the same way,
You
how many
can.
hold on, how many will say crazy?
A lot.
I pulled up beside a girl today and she just had her head sticking out the window. I just said, you know how y'all, before y'all put that thing on the top, you just had a rubber band around the head right there in the center. You know how people pull their hair up to that little ponytail type thing?
Mm-hmm.
She had it just like that. Everything slicked up. She looked like she was ready to fight right then. I'm just saying.
That's probably why it was off. She probably just got done or on her way to fight.
Yeah, and then I knew, and look, I knew it was some trouble. As soon as she passed all the way by me, she ain't had no tag on her car. The bumper was hanging down, scrubbing the. I mean, hey, I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. If you in a store and you see somebody come up in the store, 9 times out of 10, you can look at the way they dress, and you can pretty much, when you walk outside, you can tell which is they car sometimes. You be like, that's they car over there. You know what I'm saying? You know you done did it. You know you done went outside and you seen a car, you were like, I know who car that is. I just seen her go up in the store. Now tell me you ain't said that. What up, Robert? What up, Rob?
Hi, Robert.
And look what I said. She is living for herself. And that is true. Listen, when a woman don't live, when a woman say, oh, I ain't trying to impress nobody, she right. Cause she damn sure ain't doing it. She ain't impressing nobody. When I see a woman with a mohawk, I just think gangbanger. I mean, I'm just saying.
Really?
Oh, you don't think so?
No. But you know, if that's what you're taking it from that perspective.
When you see a woman with purple mohawk in her head, do you think, oh, she a lawyer? Do you see that?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say gangbanger though. I would probably think a cosmetologist. A beautician.
Well, if we do it like that, all women beauticians. I mean, every woman. I have never heard a woman say they didn't go to school or she didn't know how to do some hair. Every woman should be able to do a little bit of hair because guess what? The pandemic made y'all learn how to do hair if you didn't know. It wasn't nobody. They were like, nah. They were like, are you gonna do my hair? You just cough. I ain't going that way. If you cough one time, your beautician just she marked you off the list. And it's 6 months. I'm just saying. Come on.
Robert that just joined, Robert, the subject tonight is do we live our life according to what society expects? And are we pleasing people or ourselves? So we were just discussing some things about getting a good education and getting married. These are things society wants. So now we're talking about you have to have kids. So similar to marriage, it's expected that we one day settle down and start a family. Many people see having kids as one of the main purposes of life, but it isn't necessarily something that everyone has a desire for.
You know why?
And why not?
These kids ain't worth a damn no more. You used to have kids and you can raise them a certain way and think they were halfway come out this way. Now
Mhm.
the TV raised them and everything else raised them. Their friends, everybody raised them, everybody but you. And then most likely, if you have kids with your baby mama, she most likely is a 50% chance that you ain't gonna raise your children because it's a 50% chance that you're gonna get a divorce. So I tell people this: if you was in the air on an airplane and they gave you a parachute, y'all was in the North name, they said it's a 50% that this parachute may not open. Would you jump out that plane anyway?
I would not.
And that's how men looking at it now. If it's a 50% chance that you ain't gonna make it, why jump off that plane with that parachute on?
That was a good scenario.
I'm just saying. And then it's raising up now. They say around the pandemic, it was 70, 80. Man, people getting divorced every day.
Because they had to live with each other and be around each other all day.
See,
And
guess
now
what?
go see their side piece that helped them make it in their relationship.
Look, the man used to be out there at work all day, and he actually had to be around. He had no job to go to. He would actually had to be around her every day.
They had to talk and realize who he was
like,
married to.
I don't even like her.
She was like, "Oh, I want
Hey,
him to
look,
go back out to work." Even the truck
Then
driver
he realized he said, "Come here one time." He said, "Turn around." I see what I saw in you.
Say, you silly.
And it just don't last once you had to sit down and have a conversation. If all you saw was booty and makeup and all that stuff, it ain't gonna last once you once it get a certain way. It ain't gonna last.
I agree.
You better learn how to conversate with her. Go ahead, read.
Much of adult life is centered around raising kids, bringing them to school, and watch them grow up. So it's hard not to feel the pressure to conform to this lifestyle. You know, sometimes it's difficult to imagine how some people would even live their life without being married or having kids. But there are many ways to find meaning and purpose in life that don't center around starting a family, such as following a creative passion, social and political activism, or dedicating one's time to charity or volunteer work. I guess. Look, people go out and just have a good time traveling, doing just for them. Hey, children are not even on the agenda.
Right.
But hey, nowadays people get caught up with that. But from an evolutionary perspective, we are told that reproduction is the main function of life to spread your genes to the next generation. But even from an evolutionary perspective, someone can help promote their genes by being a good aunt, uncle, sister, or brother. Direct parenthood isn't required. So hey, you got some genes out there to spread?
I don't think that's true, because they really, that was a lie. You cannot spread your genes by being a good aunt, uncle, sister, or brother.
Well, you can
Only way to
instill. No,
spread
there's.
genes is
I
to
wouldn't
have
say
sex.
genes. I wouldn't say
That's
genes.
what they said. I'm using the word they said.
But I'm saying I understand what they're saying, but I wouldn't say genes. You can,
Right.
instill some of your good or bad habits in them. That's about it.
And when they get up and they get that trophy for what's not, they're gonna say, "Mama, I couldn't have did it without you. Daddy, I ain't never heard uncle, auntie." And I don't hear all that stuff when they get up there.
I have.
Hold on. Yeah. Sometimes when mama and them ain't around, but I ain't never seen when mama and daddy there, I ain't never seen nobody get up and say, "Yes, auntie, without you're the true MVP." I've never heard that one. I've never heard that one. Because you know what? Mama and daddy, After that speech, you can't even go back to their house no more. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Just because you don't have children doesn't mean you can't have a positive impact on the future of society, which is just what I was saying. You can have a good or bad impact.
Mm-hmm.
And like Gerald said, he said, where can the kids, teens go these days? We had places. Yeah, there were the Y for people going, there were camp,
Right.
probably free. You can go to the neighborhood area parks, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Come down a little more.
Oh, is you through with the
Come down a little more. You went up too far.
Oh, okay.
Yes, right there. For many, wanting kids is a natural instinct, but for some, it may not be the best course of action. One may not want to have kids for a variety of reasons, such as not feeling they'd be a good parent, or if they had medical conditions they don't want to pass on to their future children, or simply want to focus on other values in life. All of these reasons are legitimate. The important thing is to decide for yourself if and when having children is the best option for you. So, people, if you don't have kids, think about it. They are expensive.
Yeah. But if you want to spread your genes, it is necessary.
Mm. And this is the fourth myth. It says you have to settle for a career. A lot of people think that once they choose a career out of college, then they are stuck with it for the rest of their lives. This put a lot of pressure on people to make the right decision when it comes to choosing a career.
Right.
However, in today's evolving economic world, it's often better to be adaptable and flexible. When first diving into the workforce, be willing to test and experiment with new jobs. When you're willing to experiment and even fail with new jobs, you can see where your talents and skills are, what fits your personality best, and what aspects of certain jobs you like and don't like. So you can start a career, but then what if you want to start and be your own boss?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Want to
You
be my
know,
own boss. A
I,
lot
I
of people want to do that.
I had a
Me-
friend, and she was working and making good money. She was probably doing about 85 a year. And she decided one day, hey, I'm going to quit this job and start my own thing. I was like, go for it. And she's still doing it. And it was a job that she probably could work good and get raises and have a retirement with it, you know? But she quit this job and start her own personal thing. But she had to have that willing mind to go out and do it. And she's doing great. And it's been at least
And
17 years, and she's doing
let,
great.
let me tell you folks something. Ain't nothing like having a level of freedom because say this, men jobs sometimes don't let you retire to 62 and now they trying to move it up to about 67. Okay. So the average male life expectancy for a black male is 76. Y'all can look this up. And for a black woman, it's 79. So me, if I'm not returned till 62, you trying to tell me I got 14 years to enjoy myself before I go? Man, I know. I'm gonna enjoy myself these last 20, 30 years and do what I want to do, when I want to do it, if I want to do it, and if I don't want to do it. And that's what you're supposed to be setting yourself up to. Not working yourself, return. I done seen male men that great benefits and everything. But they might have drank a little bit or smoked cigarettes, whatever. And all that kills your thing, your life expectancy. So if you dying at 65 and you retired at 62, what, 3 years? Come on, man.
I hear so many people that retire and a few years after retirement, they did.
Right. Right.
Yep. Now you can apply for Social Security at 61. It won't start till you're 62.
Right.
But some people get their Social Security and still be working for another 6 and 7 years.
No way. Let me tell you something. Only way I'm gonna work because of boredom. If I'm one of the old men and I wanted to see some folks every day, and be like, you know what? I ain't go up here and make me a little money.
You better go to these restaurants, these Christmas and gas stations, and hang out with the old school.
I'll be just like that.
Bored.
I'll be just like the old man at Lowe's on 18. Shots out to him. I'll be sitting at the door. What up, guy? Everybody coming and stuff. What's up now? What up? What up there, cat daddy? That's it. I ain't doing no work. I ain't pushing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I'm greeting. If I'm doing anything other than greeting, I'm gonna greet myself on out of there. I ain't doing no work. I ain't no way. I'm gonna wait till I get old age and start working hard. No, I am not picking up nothing but a fishing reel.
And you should. And you should.
All right.
Okay, carry on. All of that's done.
Okay. My bad. I'm
Yeah,
back.
you rolled off.
All right, come on.
Go on up, right there. The career flexible mindset is the stark contrast to past generation, which it was expected you would be at the same job until you retired or died.
Right.
In today's world, we also have more career possibilities than ever before. We can find jobs to work around people or work for a company from home or even work completely on our own,
Right.
like you were just saying. So, of course, it can be difficult to switch careers if you've been dedicated to one for a long time, but it's always possible to do a hard set if your current professional path is truly miserable and unsustainable. So if you are already stressed at this job, why would you stay there 30 years? And I see a lot of people do that.
Some people stay at jobs because they got to keep them bills coming in. They on child support and all this stuff.
No, a lot of people stay at job because they are not up for change. They don't want to learn nothing new. I hear older ladies all the time saying, I'm retiring because they bringing in all this new computer stuff. I'm not doing this. I'm not learning anything new. So I'm retiring. I'm going home. A lot of people aren't up for change. So, hey.
Well, they're going to learn.
What's best for you?
They're going to learn.
It will likely require new education or training, but even those resources are becoming more available and abundant. You can easily earn new certifications or degrees online and even learn new skills through online tutorials, blogs, and websites. Even TikTok. TikTok teach you how to be a chef. Your past work experience can also become a springboard towards new career paths if you look at it from the right angle, such as a musician who wants to get into psychology to teach musical therapy, or a programmer who wants to apply their skills to design video games. So your combination of skills can make you stand out more than any single area of expertise. That's the power of a jack of all trades mindset. And
that's what it is.
Yep.
I'm a jack of all trades, master nothing. Okay, go ahead.
Oh man, you more than a jackass. That's awesome. Jack of all trades.
Master of none. Okay. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, as automation replace more jobs, we're going to have no choice but to be more flexible in our skills, talents, and abilities. A job that seems secure today may not be around decades from now. Better to get started today and stay ahead of the competition. Remember, you said that before you was giving a list of jobs that won't be here in the next 25 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all better look. Y'all better Google up what jobs gonna be gone in the next 10 years. No, don't be talking about some 25, better than next 10. Next 5 years, there's gonna be a lot of jobs gone.
Look at the pandemic. Look how many people lost their jobs now. A lot of
Yeah,
business went out
yeah,
of business.
right. They got to recoup. I mean, you got to think about it. A lot of these food places don't even make their own food no more. They getting everything shipped in. All you do is warm it up.
Yes,
Anybody,
it's plastic.
anybody can warm food up. You in trouble. If you think you are needed, you in trouble. Go ahead.
Mm. Okay, number 5, it says you have to own a lot of stuff to be happy. So, according to society, this is what they're saying. So, this is a myth that you have to own a lot of stuff to be happy. So, when you ask many people what their dreams are in life, often you'll hear things like, I want to be rich. I want to be famous. Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with being rich. You just have to work towards getting there.
It come with some more stuff though.
Okay, these beliefs ultimately stem from a very materialistic society. Many people have the impression that if they want to be happy, then they must make a lot of money and own a lot of expensive things like big screen TVs, a nice house, and an expensive car. So we become so focused on material things that we often forget about other important values in life, such as relationships, health,
Yeah.
confidence, and well being. That
Now
is so true.
watch this. I tell people all the time. I was telling my partner at the gym this morning, don't sit up here and knock the gym and always talking about getting money and don't get old and have to take all your money to just keep yourself healthy, just keep you above water. You know what I'm saying? You make all this money and then you ain't been eating right and all this, and then this you using all your money not for pay no cotton note to keep yourself at the hospital. So we got to think about all this kind of stuff.
hmm Of course, a certain level of security and comfort is necessary for well being. It's difficult to find happiness when you are poor or homeless. But psychology research suggests money can only buy us happiness up to a certain point until it's gone. Once you
Right,
have your material needs provided, more stuff isn't going to make you happier. It makes
right,
it may even backfire as you look at everything you own and wonder why life isn't better. Just say for instance, if you go out and you buy these 100 $200 pair of shoes and you wear these shoes and this is what you're rocking because this is what society is doing, when
right,
you can take the same shoes and find at Walmart for $12 or $15 that's just as comfortable.
right,
Some people feel like name tags, name brand is it. They wearing Rolexes, Michael Kors, carrying Michael Kors bags. See, I can carry me a little shoe store bag with no problem, because I don't have to deem that I have to carry a Michael Kors. He don't even know me. He making money. Why would
right.
I need to be carrying a $200 purse when I have $5 in it? So hey,
Hey, Miss Thomas, let's get into it. What we on?
our materialistic culture.
Okay.
Our materialistic culture often leads to excessive social comparison and a keeping up with the Joneses mentality. We
Bam.
look at our friends and neighbors and compare what they have to what we have.
Pow.
When we don't measure up, we immediately feel like a failure.
Man, that's what I be saying. Like sometimes, like you even got friends. One friend get a charge and you want a charge, or your friend got an Audi, you want a Benz or whatever. So when y'all pull up, everybody kind of like the same. It's the kind of, but see, what I look at that is motivation to do better sometimes. Like sometimes just just say if if like say I hang with dudes that drive four wheelers. So one of us get a four wheeler, Other dude get a 4-wheeler, then another dude get a 4-wheeler, then the other dude, he put speakers on his 4-wheeler, then another dude do this, do this. Everybody got their own little thing, but everybody got 4-wheelers now. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it took me and a couple of my partners that, once one of us got 4-wheeler, another of us wanted 4-wheeler, then all of us started to get 4-wheelers, and you know what I'm saying? And all of us got 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, or side by sides, and all this and that. So, but it's making us happy. So it's not having a lot. It's about having the right things too.
Well, as it says, if you want to find happiness in life, you often have to step out of this materialistic mindset and recognize that there is more to life than money and luxurious things. So that'd be different if you guys were all out here buying Teslas to be in a car group.
Right.
You're driving something that entertains you. So I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So this doesn't mean you have to become a minimalistic or go full fight club and disown everything. But it's important that you have a healthy relationship with material things and keep everything in perspective. Cause don't go out and buy a 4-wheeler when you can't pay for it and you paying monthly stuff for it.
Right. Unless it's making you happy.
Well, no.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying if it making you happy, see, we can't say you'll make a way to try to pay for this type of stuff.
Well, I want me a new vehicle, but I know paying that money right now is not will make me happy. It'll
Yeah,
make
but
me spend more
once
money.
once you get it and once you get it right and you keep on managing your money, and once you get it, then you're gonna be in the game. Then you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Too much debit.
Too
Money.
much debt, money management. That's true. A lot of people have that.
What up, Marcus, the bartender in the house? Patrick's in the house. Shots out the Patrick Club. Shots out the Club Anonymous. Shots out to how many other clubs around here? Okay. No, I'm just thinking about the little clubs that all these clubs opening back up, couples, VFW. Oh Lord, this is gonna be a wild summer, man. It's gonna be a wild summer. Marcus said, "What we talking about? Get them up to speed. What we talking about around here?"
Okay, hi Marcus. We're talking about the subject tonight. Do we live our life according to what society expects? Are we pleasing people or ourselves? So we were talking about society want us to have a good education, they want us to get married, they want us to have children, they want us to have the great career, and now they're saying you have to fit your stereotype. So now that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Let's see. Miss Thomas said, "That's right, Miss Bella." Let me see what he said. Did you mention the strip clubs you be going? Shots out to the strip clubs. uh,
Mhm.
Wait a minute. All right. Let's
Okay,
get that.
so we learn a lot about what we're supposed to be through a cultural such
Okay.
as movies, music, television, books, video games, and other forms of entertainment. Through this lens of society, we are conditioned to accept things, certain stereotypes about people of different races, gender, religions, occupations, and other walks of life. We believe in these stereotypes so strongly that sometimes we feel we need to conform to them ourselves. We wrongly believe that we need to have certain hobbies, wear certain clothes, or do certain jobs that are only associated with our race, gender, and etc. So as
Right.
a result, we become stuck in a box that we can't get out of.
Right. Pull your pants up. Okay. You ain't got to have your pants down to feel cool, man. Joker feel like they pants got to be to their knees to feel cool. You do not have to do that. You do not have to get into the stereotype. One man pull his pants down, everybody want to pull their pants down. That is not cool.
Mm,
What you think about it?
I agree. Especially you see those and the boxes aren't clean. That's the difference.
Go ahead.
Stereotype threat is a powerful force in society. People expectations can often become a self-fulfilling prophecy because we are unconsciously influenced to conform to those standards. It can be hard to break out of these cultural patterns, especially if you are being pressured and judged by others, but you do it can be liberating. Society needs healthy dissents even now and then if we want to keep growing and evolving. All it takes is that one person to stand out from the crowd for others to look and say, maybe I can do that too.
That
By
right.
that, you not only empower yourself, but also empower others who may be in a similar situation as you. The truth is, we are all individuals with different strengths and weaknesses, so you should try your best to be yourself and follow what makes sense for you rather than conforming to a group just because that's what people want you to do.
Right.
We all have to carve out our own space in this world. If being yourself means breaking new grounds and crashing through glass ceilings, so be it. If that's
So
what you want to do, do it. Don't let nobody direct you to be a stripper when you don't have to be, or you feel like that would be out of your stance. So
right.
it's on you. So now the next myth they're saying society want us.
Uh
You have
oh.
to obey all authority. All societies have rules, laws, norms, and figures of authority.
I love this. I love this. Go ahead.
Often we follow these rules without questioning them because we don't want to cause any friction or
Worship
conflict.
them.
It's always easier to obey than it is to rebel. Well, it is with the cops. If they tell you to get out your car, you gonna get out your car. What you gonna do?
And you know what's happening with that right now? That's why men and women don't get along right there because women feel like men want them to obey us, and that's not what's going on.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
You know, when the friction conflict, they said authority figures. See, like when they bring up marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, or something like that, they try to make it, make it seem like it's one is the authority and one is under the authority in a way, right?
Okay.
So
Society.
right.
Mhm.
So if ladies are looking at it as and with the obey, you have to obey because that's even in marriage vows. Obey. You feel what I'm saying?
But
So
you don't
that's
have to get
where
married.
friction and conflict coming, the rebel coming, because women don't want to be under nobody no more. They want to be their own. They want to make their own rules, their own laws. That's why they run around here with yellow hair. They want their own laws, own rules. They want
So
to
if
live like
someone is in a relationship, so who gives out the rules in a relationship, not a marriage, just a relationship. So
you.
who has the authority?
Would you ever want they choose? I was looking at a thing the other day. They were talking about a dominatrix, and it's men out there that pay to have a woman to tell them and make them do stuff, and put dog collars and walk them around and all kind of stuff. So it's different stroke for different folks.
Mm.
So if you don't want to be under a man's authority, just be single and do you.
So, but you just said whichever one you
No,
want.
but see, if you come under, it's just like anything. Like, say, if I'm walking down the street and a dog walk up to me and I feed the dog is trying, and the dog follow me back home. The dog is trying to become under my authority. Because I'm going to take care of the dog. I'm going to feed him. I'm going to give him shots. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what it is when a man get out there and he find him a woman, sometimes she is coming under his authority most of the time. But you got women out here now trying to get men out here to come up under their authority. It's women out here talking about taking men on dates and inviting them out and this and that. And that's a certain kind of manly way of saying, I'm the one. And when a woman get on the knee and asks a man to marry, okay, what's going on here? You feel what I'm saying? It's because she want to live a different way than a regular way. Ain't no woman that believe in old school gonna get on her knees and ask a man to marry. She just ain't gonna do it.
Not too quick.
Ain't gonna do it.
Unless she playing a play or something. Playing games at home, but no.
What? Read what she said.
She said, "Oh no, I don't even know where the F my dad is." Okay.
She don't want nobody to tell her what to do. Let me see.
I think she was talking about you wrong for that, saying men having the authority.
No, but I also said that if women don't want to be under a man's authority, it's our right to buy a dog, die alone.
I thought it was a cat, but either way. Gerald said whoever have the most, but that's true. A lot of time women have the most. And a lot of these men
is under
they're not alpha men, they under their authority.
And that's what I was telling you about when I told you about a man need to have his own. If he ain't got his own, and he might as well move right back under a mama. He leaving his mama house and he going to another mama. That's all. And if he want to live like that, live like that. Look, he probably ain't my friend, but I mean he can live like that. Ain't none of my partners ever. All of them had their own house, and a woman came and moved in with them or something like that. It ain't gonna be as you know what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't even deal with. I don't think men that do stuff like that live to, like, I know dudes that kind of feel like a pimp and they woman make most of the money, but it's still they over the, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't feel under her. You feel what I'm saying? See, when you move into a lady house and she doing this, doing that, sometimes you can get to the point she'll start talking to you kind of crazy because she feel like she the one that pay the cost to be the boss.
That's true.
Yeah.
Patricia said, "I'd rather be single than to let a man treat me like his animal."
I don't think men treat women like an animal. I think most men treat women fair. I think women have this ideal about men, and that's what keep them from being with a man, because sometimes you can have an idea what a man supposed to be, but men are not approaching you. You might be having kind of like boys or dudes that really don't know where they going approaching you, instead of real men approaching you that got their stuff together. See, men that got their stuff together, they not bringing you in to tell you, boss you around and all that type of stuff. See, a woman that really got her stuff together or really kind of in with herself, she don't mind cooking her man a meal. She don't mind cleaning up if he paying the bills or he did. It's still men that take care of they women and stay at the house. It take a hard, It take a real pill for a woman to swallow to say, "I'm gonna take care of my man." You feel what I'm saying? Because society told her, "No, this ain't how it go." And this is what we talking about now. What society done told you how you supposed to live, and you break all the molds.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there sometimes will make it more happier. Say a man that makes um, 20, 20 something to 40,000. They said the average man makes about 40 to 41,000, 42,000 a year. Okay, it's women that's making double what he making. So a lot of things, maybe she need to be buying and stuff like that, and then instead of stressing, thinking the man supposed to buy a lot of stuff because he ain't got it. She got it, and she'd rather spend it on her and other stuff, and then instead of just helping the relationship flow, because he ain't got it.
Mm.
He being a man, he ain't asking her for nothing, but he might not have it to
But
go all
still,
these places she want to go. She want to go. She's making so much money. Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there. He ain't got it. He paying his bills. He's saving. He trying to build a little nest
but
egg
what
for,
if she's paying for it?
huh?
But what if she pays for it? It's different, right?
Right. That's why I said that's what we talking about, breaking the mold.
Mm-hmm.
If we break the mold where women won't say it's bad for me to help my man, I'm making double what he make, I can help him.
Right. And that's what you have to do. You have to understand who you are with. You
Right.
know what you accept in your life or not. It's on you. If you know that this is somebody that's going to be positive in these areas of my life, if this is something that I want to build towards and this person can help me get there or be a helpmate to me, even in just being a casual conversation. You have
Okay.
been in a relationship with somebody, never sat down and had a conversation with them until now, the pandemic. Now you have to sit down and talk to them. Then you
Okay.
think like, why am I here?
Okay. Now look at this comment. Now she said she would never move a man in with me if he can't provide for us both. See, if why would okay, I'm gonna tell you this. If he can provide, if he could provide for you both, he wouldn't have to move in with you. He would have his own. See, that's the mindset I'm trying to say. If a man could, if he can't provide for himself, if he move in with you, he's really trying to build himself up. If he can provide for both of y'all, guess what? If you treat him a certain kind of way, as soon as he get on his feet, he gone. Because you was a rest stop, because you already showed him what his worth was. If he ain't paying any bills and he ain't doing this, if I ask him to get my hair done, if he can't do this and do this, I'm gonna throw him out. So he already know what he is there for. So if he provide for both of you, once somebody let him stay somewhere where they say you can get on your feet, he gone. He trying to get on his feet. If he move in with you, he cannot provide for both of y'all. Because if he had that kind of money, he would actually get himself together first.
But I'm saying if a man move in with you or whatever, why can't you become helpmate one to another?
Right. But she said
Sometimes people
provide
need a little
for us
help.
both. She said provide for us both. That's what I'm saying. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And when a man here, okay, I'm not on my feet. If I move in with you, now I got to pay for your bills and my bills. That don't make sense. But guess what?
If that's what a
Guess what
woman
at
is
the
used
end of the
to.
day? Guess what at the end of the day? A woman will move you in with her, tell you got to pay half the bills all the way down, this and that. And then you can stay her 3-4 years. And then when she tired of you, she can just kick you out. You have no equity in that. You cannot pull out a loan, say, you know what, I put 20 up in this thing. Can I at least get 5,000 so I can get on my feet somewhere? And then she gonna look at you crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You done pay mortgage. You ain't got no equity in our house. So a man got to be stupid to move in with a woman and build her up, and he don't have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. Because he the less emotional person that's willing to leave first. If she move in with you and she leave, okay, she gonna already tear up half your stuff. So you might as well. I mean, these men, if he move and he had to go, she just gonna get rid of you. She gonna call the police. If you do anything out the way, you gonna do some jail time and everything else. I'm just saying. What my boy said.
Gerald said, "Why I can't keep my junior high school bedroom?" What that mean? Like the bedroom you had when you were young, just carried over with you to your place, or what?
What it do, Reese? Reese on top of his car. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You can tell when a dude don't weigh that much. And I ain't see no dents or nothing in the car. I don't see no dents or nothing.
Really? Patricia said, "No, if a man tell a woman what they can wear and what to do, I don't think everyone is not the same."
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Being a man, if I tell my woman something to wear or not to wear or something, that's because she's a reflection of me. And if we trying to move up in this world, we trying to reach a certain status, we got to look the part. We got to move a certain kind of way. We can't be on Facebook doing anything we want to do. You have to grab the men that know that they want to be. Say a man want to become mayor one day. He don't want no woman that's on Facebook showing her booty, twerking, and all this every day. You feel what I'm saying? See, ladies want to get out here and say, "Oh, let me be able to wear anything." I was just discussing this with my partners. If a woman wear the wrong thing, she is actually putting a man in some kind of danger. If she out here half naked, say if they at a club or something, she go to the restroom. She didn't call. It's a man that I didn't see y'all together. He didn't came in the club. He see you come from the restroom. He hollering at you, and your man come over there and try to straighten something. You almost done got your man killed if you don't know how to deal with men in this type of environment. Because so used to another man and he ain't see no man. Because that's when it comes to trusting your woman gonna be able to handle something a certain way. Because if she come over there, let me tell you something. Even the best woman, she should be able to take a if a man tap her on the butt or grab her booty or something like that, and she got something that's half naked off the chain, she should be able to take one from the team and don't go over there and even tell her man to make him have to go do something.
Or make him feel a certain type of way.
Right. Because all she gonna do is get mess around, either get her man locked up for killing somebody or get her man killed. Or both of y'all killed. Because you don't know who this person is. You don't know, maybe in this club, you don't know
how many people riding with him.
Right. How many partners have been there? How
Right.
many family members? How many, even a gun in there? You don't know what's up in there.
I get you on that point. I get you on that point.
So we have to all watch how we say and what we say. What we on this one?
Psychology research.
Okay.
Psychology research, like the classic Milgram experiment, demonstrates that people will often follow authority blindly, even when it tells them to do something that goes against their values or cause harm to others, just as you were saying.
Right.
In this experiment, participants were willing to shock other participants when they got a question wrong, simply because they were encouraged to do so by a scientist in a lab coat.
Mm,
In a lab coat. We
right.
follow many different types of authority figures in similar ways, including bosses, politicians, doctors, teachers, scientists, celebrities, journalists, policemen, and various experts. If someone has a degree from an Ivy League university, or they are a CEO of a big company, or they are in a high position in government, we automatically assume that they know what they're talking about and we should follow them. As
Mm,
a kid, you're always thinking adults know what they're doing. As an adult, you realize no one has a clue what they're doing,
right.
even those who believe they know how the world really works. The
Right.
funny truth is that most people are just as lost as you are, including those who project the most confidence and knowledge.
Like your parents. Parents will
Mm,
sit up there and tell you like they know it all, but they feeling out the world the same as you.
Even in older age,
Yep.
we all trying to figure this thing out called life.
Right.
Unquestionable moments. The ability to question authority is a prerequisite to living your own life. If you're always looking towards other experts for an answer, you won't be willing to do the necessary thinking to discover what's right for you.
There
So if
you
you're
go.
always relying on somebody else's
The
information
preacher, on the
to help
preacher,
you,
on the pastor,
what was the young guy's name that gave the life quotes to the women on relationship? Derek Jackson.
right.
Yeah.
The
You see
Derek
how he
Jackson of
encouraged
the
these
world.
women on about what your man doing wrong, like doing the man code thing, breaking the
Yeah.
man code,
And then
and
and
he was doing the same thing. He was telling them that your man was doing. He was
yeah,
talking about himself, so he was really talking from experience,
right.
and people thought that he was helping them from saying those things.
And I was saying people see, and then I'm gonna tell you another thing. People think because I like how Kevin Samuels talk, like I'm live and die with everything he say. I'm still my own man, and I can understand that just like I'm conversating with my boys. If they getting some stuff right, I can understand they getting it right, but I don't live my life on how they live their life. Everybody live their life different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I
So just because I like how this person talk or that person talk, I like to get a little bit of information from a whole lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? It just people who just talk real knowledgeable and real good, like myself. I just like listening to them. Okay, good.
Oh Lord, so facetious. Of course, authority can be justified and rational. We need people to take charge in certain situations to have a functional society. But it's important that we never follow it blindly or without question or simply because rules are rules and that's what people say.
Right,
Learn to develop your own independent sense of judgment without relying on others to give you all the answers.
right.
So, like a lot of times,
Oh,
you need to go and find out yourself. Just because you told me this happened this way,
then,
I need to see why it happened or if even happened,
and I'm gonna tell you something. This the reason, like even the reason that even when I, have a motorcycle, four wheeler, the reason I'm not in groups like that because I live my life how I want. I don't like nobody telling me I have to be at a certain place at a certain time. And you understand what I'm saying?
Well, as far as groups and things like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
like church. They be like church every Sunday at 11:30. They want you there, not late. You know what I'm saying? You get it. I don't like being. Why church don't never change their time? They ever say, you know what? We're gonna see what they have is they got 3 services where they can get your money out of. Okay, can we just change church to Tuesday night for 5 weeks, or some other night? Let me have a weekend. Let me have a whole weekend. I don't want, what I'm saying? I don't want to think about church on Saturday or Sunday. Don't make me walk the streets and knock on doors and stuff. Don't do that. I want my weekends. I'm off. I don't want you to take my off days. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Joker off, and now I got to go to church and give my money away because I'm off. Come on, man. Don't do me. All right. That good into the last one.
Daryl says, show me their bank statement and I'll show your value. Really? Trying to say how much money you get. That's their value. That's how much they worth, what money they have there. Really? Is that what you're going to say?
Men are judged on their bank statements. Women are judged on their beauty. That's why women wear so much hair and want to be the beautiful they want to be every day, because they know that's what people look at them for. Oh, you look so cute today. Women don't go and say, "Girl, you got another job? Oh, you're making that money now, girl." I mean, I'm sure that it happens now, but this when women come very manly and stuff.
Okay, Joe, I get it. He said, nope, it's what they're buying. Okay, I get you. That's better because I can understand that. You need to see how that money's spent.
Right.
So the last myth of the day.
Uh-oh.
According to society, you have to be a
Uh-oh.
religious person to be a good person.
Because guess what? I'm going to put one bit of research out here that people don't even know about. Japan is the most unreligious country that has the lowest crime in the whole world.
So when you say no religion, like they don't have no
Yeah,
God, not even an idol God.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them don't practice religion like that.
No idol God either.
Well, because I think is that China got Buddhism or something.
I know China does, but I don't
But
know about Japan. I don't know if there's.
Japan don't have no super religion like that, and they say that's the most atheist country in the world, and they got the less crime in the world. So what they gonna say about that?
Well,
And
well,
they
hey, we need
live
to
in the
look
longest.
that up.
You hear me? And they live in the longest. What about that one?
They what?
And they live in the longest. They
Living
one
the longest.
longest. They're one of the longest living people.
Mm.
Hey, don't
Well,
forget.
I have to look into that because I
Yeah,
know I know Japan had a couple of religions, but it wasn't like it was like a god of peace or something that they prayed to for peace. Like everything has to be considered humble, but I'll look into that. You give me something to research, and I'll get back with you on that because I know they should have some type. They got some type of god in Japan, but I know it's Buddhism in China. I don't know if it's still in Japan or if it's Shito, whatever. But
Yeah, but that's
I'll let you
karate.
know
That's
that.
karate now. That's karate now.
Well, still, it's a form of their religion, and I will look it up to
Okay.
see because, like it said before, you can't just go on what people tell you. You have to find out for yourself. So you put one on my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, come on with it.
Okay. One belief among a lot of people in our society is that you must be religious to be a good person. In other words, if you don't go to church, temple, or synagogues, you don't follow any of the major religions, then you must have no values or morals in life.
Mm.
While it's true that a lot of people learn good behavior through religion, such as treating people with kindness and volunteering to help the less fortunate, That doesn't mean being religious is necessary to be a good person. Many secular humanists, atheists, agonists still hold the same value as religious people: kindness, compassion, and altruism. They have just arrived at those morals and values in different ways, sometimes through science, philosophy, or nature. However, one thing is to be mindful of is that the end slip trap. Often, when people abandon religion for the first time, they find a world without meaning and purpose. This is why it's important for atheists and humanists to find meaning without religion, and they will end up feeling empty.
Mm.
It is important to see the world beyond yourself and to dedicate yourself to a higher purpose in life. Religion is just one way to accomplish this mindset. Without religion, people still need some type of ideology, insight, physio- philosophy, or map of reality that gives their life directions and meaning. Like you still have to have a purpose in life.
Right.
It
So it's
says
a
create
create
your
your
own
own
blueprint for your life. Big lesson here is to create your own blueprint for life. While many people want while many people want what is best for you, they don't necessarily know what is best for you.
right.
Sometimes you have to take your own path.
Right. That way.
Society changed rapidly. What was normal just 10, 20 years ago isn't necessarily the case anymore.
Right.
Going against even one of these social expectations is a lot of work, and it's often going to take time, persistence, and consistent reaffirmation of your core values in life. So, what value in your life are non negotiable? If you can answer that question, you can save yourself a lot of unnecessary stress and conflict. Even if you follow all the social expectations mentioned that we've mentioned before, there are likely some other aspects of your life where you need to go against the grain in a bit.
Right.
That's often what happens when you are true to yourself as an individual. It is rare to see someone who fits perfectly into any society. If you don't find yourself ever rebelling against anything, then there's a good chance you aren't thinking for yourself. No
That
matter what, make
that
sure
one. You hear that? I want you to read that one more time.
if you don't find yourself ever rebelling against anything, then there's a good chance you aren't thinking for yourself.
Right.
No matter what, make sure you choose a life that works best for you and bring you closeness to happiness. Okay,
That one. How they say that one.
good. Okay.
Damn, I can't make this up.
No, you cannot.
I can't make this up. I think this was a great look at how, the show, some shows supposed to, I mean, like, that's why I do, that's why I try on this show to become, to be uh okay on every side. I understand religion works good for some people, and it doesn't do it for other people
Mm,
because. But once you put down something, you must pick something else up. It's the same thing about work. Once you stop one job, you got to pick something else up to make you feel good. You
right.
know, if you're not watching some kind of sport, you got to watch something else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still, if you like TV, you still gonna like TV. You just gonna grab something else. This right here, you might like 48 hours, or you might like basketball, or you might like Lifetime, Snap, whatever, whatever. But whatever make you happy, we need to stick with it.
Just do it, huh?
Yeah,
I agree.
like Pregu, do what makes you happy, and don't regret doing what makes you happy because life is short. And if you don't believe it, try life. Try life on for side. Try to change what you've been doing all your life and try to go a whole different way and see how hard it is. See, that's one thing I had to do.
Unless it's for your good. You
Yeah,
know, a lot of times in life, you know, we make these changes, but we're doing the changes to better ourselves. So
right.
it's like it said, do things to make you happy or things to make your life better, give you longer life expectations or expansion on living. These are good changes. So when you make a change, make sure it's a good change.
And
You
this
know, don't live your life according to society
and
because
this
you will be messed up.
and this is what I told people. Like I remember in 2001, I remember putting down everything and retraining myself. Just retraining myself because I said life was like this here. But what I looked at life and I said, okay, we was taught to eat this kind of food. We was taught to do this. We was taught not to exercise, just have fun, do this, drink, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if you retrain yourself and try to get yourself on a better path, you're going to see that you have to kind of wipe away your mental. Like people say, like, I don't eat macaroni and cheese. They'll be like, what? You're black? Black
Right.
what?
Like it's a black thing
Yeah,
because
like you don't eat
macaroni and cheese.
macaroni and cheese, and I'll be like, no, I do not eat macaroni and cheese. And then when I tell them nah, I don't eat regular meat, you don't eat meat. I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? So anything you try to change and try to do something better for yourself, everybody gonna have their own perspective. But the worst thing somebody can tell me is when you try to change for the better, they say you got to die from something. I don't want to die from food.
From eating terrible.
Right. Or just being terrible and not even trying.
But you know the old saying, sheeps are easier to control than a wild animal. So that's how society based people. You know, they put these things out here that will influence a person, and it doesn't take but one trend, and it just
And
propels.
I got one thing to say before we mess around and get off the show.
Okay.
Okay. Deer and cows and other stuff, they eat grass. Lions eat anything they want. Anything come through their path, they eat. Look like I'm gonna have a taste for some pig today. Look like I might have a taste for giraffe today. You know what I'm saying? Everything is on their menu. And see, until you get the mindset that you can change and put different stuff on your menu, you always be the same. And reason we talk about sheep because sheep just like they little grass and that's all they're gonna eat. They little grass and it's happy. They got a little open, little period where you can sit there and eat your grass.
You can guide them wherever it is.
The
Just like
lion,
money with some people,
the
you know.
lion, he gonna move all across here and all across there, and he hunting. He hunting for different stuff every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as being a lion around all these sheep. It's hard for me to eat the same thing they eat because they like eating the same thing every day. It's people right now can eat macaroni and cheese and chicken every day and good. Right? Sometimes you got to think outside the box and do something different. That's why when I see people and they say, "Oh, I like these crab legs," and you got so many people that just like all kind of different stuff, I say kudos, kudos. Try
Yeah.
something different. If you get stuck in doing the same thing all the time, you're gonna be stuck doing the same thing all the time.
Right.
You know. What's that? What's man say? Hold on a second.
Cheryl said,
Hold on. Let me get all the way down. Hold on. Boom. Let me see. Let me see. Boom. What up, Kim? How you doing? Miss Kim Washington. I grew up with that girl all my life. Um,
Gerald said, "Do he hear meal talk?"
ah, right. Well, how they say, we ain't got to go home, but we got to get up off this app. You know what I'm saying? And this is Hood Talk, and I am Mr. Know It All, and I'm here with Miss Bella.
All
We
right.
done, we done did the thing today. We done got Gucci all up in the camera, all up in the camera. What she said? She said, "I'm good. What about yourself? First time in here. Let's turn up." She said, "Dang, I just got here. Yeah, we been here 2 hours though. I'm sorry. We started at 8. And I'm going to watch the last of this game, but I'm telling you, Kim, next Tuesday at 8 o'clock until if you jump on this thing, I promise you, I'm going to talk crazy. I'm going to do the thing, but you welcome to go back and look at this show, but I got to go. I got to go. Yeah, turn your notifications on. And don't forget to like and share. It don't cost nothing to like and share. Oh, she said she'll be all right. That's what's up.
That's
And
what's
we will see y'all every Tuesday, next Tuesday at 8 o'clock until we sleep at. and and like I said, this is Hood Talk, and I'm Mr. Know It All, and I'm here with Miss Bella, and we finna get up out of here.
Yes, before
Yeah,
you go, I just want to say one thing. Let
go
us
ahead.
as people, let's stop judging others and ourselves for doing things a little different.
Right.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with different. Ain't nothing wrong with different. If you don't want to eat pork, don't eat pork.
definitely. Beef either.
Right. Right. Yeah, you seen that new we might do a show on the food next week. Boy, man. You must rather see that food stuff today. You were like, what the hell?
No, no, no.
Man, we're gonna have a good show with y'all next week and we'll see y'all later.
All right. Good night, everyone.
How they say? Peace. Oh yeah.